Welcome to Lean Start with your host, Dr. William Sears, best-selling author of over 45 books on childcare.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sears. I'm so happy that you've chosen the Lean Start program. I know you all want healthy, happy children, but it can be difficult making the right choices for your family. In these 6 sessions, caregivers will learn the parenting tools to help your children be smarter, healthier, easier to discipline, compassionate, and confident. So what does your child's body really need?
Just like a car needs gas, your child's growing body needs special fuel to run its best. Your child needs healthy food. Nutrients such as protein, carbohydrates, fat, vitamins, and minerals are your child's fuel to help them grow, think, play, and live.
Without the right fuel, your child can become tired and not feel well. Poor nutrition can lead to many problems such as childhood obesity and even diabetes.
But with the right fuel, your child's engine will be ready to go, go, go.
During this program, we will learn about the right kinds and the right amounts of food for your child's body. Young children are eager to learn. This is the perfect time for you to teach your child healthy eating habits that will last a lifetime. These years are a window of opportunity to teach your children healthy eating habits. I call this shaping young tastes. Shaping young tastes are the 3 magic words in childhood nutrition. One of the best ways to help your children learn to eat healthy is to teach them traffic light eating.
Green light foods mean go. These foods help your child to grow. Encourage your child to eat as much green light foods as they want. Go foods are low in calories and high in nutrients.
Yellow light foods tell us to slow down. These foods are fine to eat every day, but only in moderation. Yellow light foods have more calories than green light foods and usually have more fat and sugar.
Red light foods mean stop and think. These foods you really need to stop and think about. They include foods that are low in nutrients but high in calories and often contain hydrogenated oil or trans fat. Try to make a healthier choice.
It's time to make dinner, and Carmen's going to make her famous beef enchiladas, Julie's favorite. Let's see how traffic light eating comes into play. Whoa! Processed cheese might be tasty and convenient, but it is definitely a red light food. Real cheddar cheese is a yellow light food and is a great tasting and healthier alternative. Carmen's enchiladas will taste great with sour cream, another yellow light food. Another thing Carmen can do is switch from beef to chicken. So now, Carmen is making chicken enchiladas with cheese, sour cream, rice, and beans. All yellow light foods. But she'd like to add a green light food. How about a salad?
We just learned an easy way to make favorite family recipes healthier by exchanging high-fat ingredients with a low-fat alternative and by replacing red light foods with yellow or green light foods. Now let's talk about portion control. How much is too much? What's the right amount to eat? Are your child's eyes bigger than their stomach? Portion distortion can be a problem for grown-ups too. Oh dear, they really need to learn portion control. So, what can they do? Let's start by using smaller plates.
Let's use my fabulous enchilada dinner as an example.
A child's stomach is only about the size of their fist. A young child does not need the same amount of food as an adult. First, try using smaller plates for your children. By using a smaller plate, a smaller portion looks larger. What a simple way to help your kids eat less. That's a great start. Now, what if the portions of the yellow light foods were smaller and the green light foods were larger? See? That's even better.
Great job! Here's a few more helpful tips.
Let your kids serve themselves. Children tend to eat less food when they serve themselves.
Don't tell your children to clean your plate.
Kids need to learn to stop eating when they're full.
Teach your children to eat slowly. This gives the body a chance to tell the brain when it's full.
Encourage your children to take small bites and cut their food into smaller pieces. That'll slow them down.
We play the chew-chew game at my house. I tell my daughter to chew each bite at least 10 times.
And remember, try to make family meals a relaxing, friendly time. Don't allow television watching during mealtime. Children tune out their body's hunger signals when they tune into TV. My kids can eat a whole bag of chips without even realizing it.
Mom's on TV. Why's Mom on TV?
What do you two think you're doing? You're going to spoil your dinner eating all of that junk.
Talking to you. He made me eat all those chips. I did not.
Dinner will be ready in 1 hour.
But I'm hungry now.
Have some grapes.
Grapes are cool.
We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
The foods children snack on while watching television are often the wrong kinds of foods. If your child wants a snack, give them something healthy from the green light food list. In this session, we've learned to help your child establish healthy eating habits through traffic light eating and portion control. See you next time.
Okay, well, what do you think? That sounds great. Really? So, okay. Now, what you can do is you can turn to page 6, I believe, through 8. And your traffic light, the number should be 6 to 8. And you can familiarize yourself with a little more of the Lean Start, the traffic light foods. If you can look at especially when you are looking at your food choices, we want to make sure that you look at the nutritional value in it. Who in the class reads labels or ingredients when you shop?
I do.
Really? Oh, okay. And what are some of the foods, if you would share with us, that you found that you thought was, for example, a yellow light food, which has more calories, and you realize that it turned out to be a red light food, which it's really fatty foods, because red light foods are like cake, fried chicken, pies, Northwood ice cream, butter, those are real red light foods, and the fats that are in them, the hydrogenated fats that are in them. So if you read labels, what was possibly some of the foods that you changed? I mean, if you could think of one.
I used to, when I go to the store, I look at crackers. Some people think that crackers are low in calories, low in fat. At least that's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
But when you turn it on the back and you look at it, you'll see that there is so many grams of fat and lots of carbohydrates.
So what is your choice now? What do you do?
I do whole grain crackers now, whereas I used to I would just go to the store and get, the regular ones. I do whole grain.
You do whole grain wheat now. You do not do just the white crackers.
Right.
Okay. All right. I want to hear more about what you all thought about the overall production in this DVD. What was one point, a common thread in here that you noticed?
It was simple. It was easy to listen to and remember.
Right. And it was focused on who?
Children.
So you can see he's a pediatrician. But of course, as he said, you can start anywhere you want to in this process. Okay? Because once you learn the traffic light method and your portion control, you can then start wherever you are and start making small changes. We will use this guide in class each week, so please bring it with you. Also, there's lots of room to take notes right in your guide, so please feel free to do so. Now, I'd like for you to turn to page 6 through 8 in your guide. Pages 6 through 8 in your guide to learn more about the green, the yellow, and the red light foods. All right? Can you follow me in your guide? First of all, the green light foods are foods that are grown, they're not manufactured, they're very low to no fat, they're low in calories, they're very high in nutrients, they're naturally colorful, and they usually can be eaten raw, and they promote health. Then let's look at our yellow light foods. Our yellow light foods are a necessary part of a healthy diet. They provide different vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients than the green light foods. Include in the yellow light foods are whole wheat, pasta, rice, and noodles, beans, lean meat, poultry, fish, eggs, milk, and other dairy products. Preparation of yellow light foods can cause them to become red light foods. I guess you're asking me how is that, huh? For example, fried chicken. Portion control is necessary when eating yellow light foods. Too much of a good thing is still too much. Let's look at our red light foods. Most of us can identify our red light foods. Our red light foods are high in calories, fat, and sugar, often fried, like potato chips, like French fries, like fried chicken, which are low in vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Fast foods are mostly red light foods, often packaged and are processed, often includes trans fats. These are usually our go-to foods. These are the ones that we're going to learn on tonight about Dr. Sears' motto. His motto is, quality is better than quantity. He wants you to rethink and relearn how you value food. All right? Nutrient density is a term used to describe the healthfulness of food. It is the amount of nutrients, which means the vitamins, it means the minerals, the fiber, and the polynutrients in a food relate to the number of calories per serving. Let's look at green light foods again. In the natural state are nutrient dense. Fruits and vegetables are green light foods. You know, the no limit, help yourself. They have high amounts of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and polynutrients, and are very low in calories. And you know they're also very colorful. Let's look at the yellow light foods. Yellow light foods are grown, farmed, and are raised, but require additional processing before we can eat it. Wheat, for example, is not very tasty or easy to digest before milling. Milk and eggs must be cooked. Let's look at now the red light foods. The red light foods are not nutrient dense. Red light foods are calorie dense. Means that they got a whopping amount of it that's not providing our bodies with the proper nutrition. When fat and sugar are added to food, the calories go up. But the nutrients remain the same. The food is not nutrient dense. It is less healthy food because it is high in calories but low in nutrition. For example, an apple is nutrient dense. Naturally high in fiber, vitamins, minerals, and polynutrients. Apple pie has added fat and sugar, so it is very high in calories. Some of the nutrients in apples are lost during the cooking, so apple pie is not nutrient dense. It is a good example of the red light foods. French fries are another good example of a red light food. Although potatoes are a green light food, listen, when they are fried, a lot of the fat is absorbed and calories skyrocket. You know that one thing with the big M arch, you know those things that we like the most, but we have to be careful. Sometimes something is removed from a green light food that makes it a red light food. For example, strawberry jelly. Strawberry jelly has had fiber removed and sugar added. Therefore, it is a red light food now. Okay, so we looked on page 6 to 8. So let's go through some of this. On page 6, it says, just like when you're driving a car, you can look at the green means go and the yellow will slow down and the red means to stop and think. Okay, so let's look at the green light foods. What are mainly the green light foods? On page. Okay, so that means that we do not have to be hungry. Is that right? That we don't. It's just for us to stop and think and look at it to know what it is that we can have. Okay, and can have it without limits. Okay, let's look at our yellow lights. Yellow light foods.